This video is part of the tutorial series created by the Odum Institute for Research in Social Science at the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill, and will provide a broad overview of the Dataverse repository. The Dataverse Project is an open-source data repository software that was developed at the Institute for Quantitative Social Science at Harvard University. Institutions across the world run their own Dataverse repository installations, which provide users with the ability to share, preserve, cite, explore, and analyze research data. So, for instance, there is the UNC Dataverse, the Harvard Dataverse, the University of Virginia Dataverse, the Scholars Portal Dataverse, and the list goes on. Who exactly can add data to a Dataverse repository installation differs from Dataverse to Dataverse, and users should consult the appropriate terms of use and potentially the hosting organization to make sure you have the right to deposit data into a Dataverse. Institutions and other stakeholders can be part of the Dataverse community, which contributes to development of the Dataverse software as well as norms and standards in data sharing. The Dataverse Project has a GitHub repository where community members can contribute code extensions and track issues. The Dataverse Project also makes available APIs to encourage the development of new and exciting tool integrations. So now let's look at the basic schematic structure. Within a Dataverse repository, such as the UNC Dataverse, researchers, journals, and other institutions or organizations can create their own Dataverse. UNC Dataverse, like the Harvard Dataverse, is open to researchers worldwide. Essentially, a Dataverse is a container that can hold more sub-Dataverses or datasets. And a dataset is what holds the data files, documentation, code, and metadata for that dataset. In order to add a Dataverse to the UNC Dataverse, the first step is to log in or create an account. For institutions that are part of the In Common Federation Research and Scholarship category, individuals can use their institutional affiliation to log into the UNC Dataverse. If your institution is not listed, then you simply create a new account by clicking on Sign Up. After you are logged in, then you simply click on the Add Data button and select New Dataverse. You then fill in the required information, including your Dataverse name, a short URL, a category, your email address, and you can also enter some affiliation information as well as a description. And you can always go back and edit this information at a later date. So I'm also now going to just skip over the metadata fields and browse search facets section, but that will be covered in a later video on customizing your Dataverse. So once I'm done entering this information, I'll just click on Create Dataverse. So now I have created my Dataverse. The next step is to actually add a dataset. To learn more about creating datasets, see the video on publishing datasets.